guys, welcome back. I'm behind the camera today. So I did a little video on the PSB7 a little while ago on the best spirit box for beginners and a little rough guide on how to use it, but I kind of felt I wasn't kind of clear enough about how to use the PSB7. There's probably a lot of tutorials on this device, but I thought hush mode, which is on AM, was a bit more well known, you know, of how to use it. But it turns out there's actually not that many people know how to use it. So if you just happen to come across this tutorial, then I hope this will help you guys. And sorry, I've got Star Wars on in the background, so if you hear a bit of noise, that's probably what you're going to hear, but I'll turn it down when I start the tutorial. And also, with Star Wars, this is my favourite one, Revenge of the Sith. It's my favourite Star Wars film of all time. I'm so excited for the new one to come out. So if you guys love Star Wars, please do comment below what your favourite Star Wars is, because I would love to know. And also, on that subject, let's turn the camera out for a sec. I am actually creating my own homemade lightsaber, and it's going to be fully working. I'm going to design the hilt and everything. I'm going to design the blade to make sure it lights up and all that kind of stuff. And it's amazing what you can do with little bits of junk that you might have lying around the house, or stuff you can just get cheap at at maybe a pound shop and stuff like that. But it's going to be pretty cool. Anyway, let's turn the camera back around. Okay. So with the PSB7, this is a device which I use all the time, with especially with this box. And also I made a change to the box because I called it the Mark 85 in tribute to like Iron Man. But I'm just going to show you the new edition. So it's obviously like the silver and the red. Here's the new edition. Have a look at that. I feel that's much more of an Iron Man kind of design, because obviously his suits are red and gold, sometimes red and silver, sometimes red and yellow. But yeah, these are the new lights for the spirit box. I feel it's got much more of a an Iron Man feel. But anyway, I'm not going to be using the box tonight. This is just going to be a tutorial video, so I'm just going to keep that in the background. Now, what I'm going to use is the PSB7, obviously, a aux cable, and my speaker, which is, if you want to get one of these, it's, let's hold it up if I can get the camera to focus. It's a Mini Chan Marley. You can also tell that because of the flag which is on here, and the Phantasmal Paranormal keychain which is on there. I love this one. I've had it for about 4 years now, and it's the best portable speaker I've used so far, and I love this thing. It's very durable, waterproof, it's really good. But anyway, let's get on with the tutorial. Now, you gotta pop the batteries in to the PSB7. Now, these are, oh god, what are they? I think they're double A's. Oh no, sorry, triple A's, sorry. Also, when you're using the PSB7, if you're not using it, make sure you take the batteries out, because it can still drain the batteries, even if you're not using it. So now that it's on, you'll probably be able to see the icon, which is the battery symbol. Tells me it's a full battery. So what I'm going to do is switch it on. So you turn it on, the power button's there. Okay. Now you can just hear it buzzing. You've got the backlight, which is on there, so if the screen goes off, you can just switch that on. You've got, let me just turn it off a second. You got the sweep rate, so you can change sweep rate, and I'm going to show you all the ones that you have. You have the forward sweep, reverse sweep, volume, and AM and FM. So if I switch it on, you have FM there, and you have AM here. Now, I like to use AM a lot, but also FM is really good. It's really good for spirit responses, but I like to use the AM hush mode. I don't know why, I just really like that mode, and I'll show you at the end. But, so, when you switch this on, the first thing you want to do is go straight to the volume. Make sure your volume is all the way up, as I'm not sure if you guys can hear this, but it's pretty loud already. That's because I'm in a quiet room. So then what I'm going to do is show you the sweep rates. Going to turn down the volume. Okay. So on FM, let's go all the way to the beginning. You got 100 milliseconds, which is very fast. So I'm just going to show you how fast the stations go quickly. Okay, so let's start scanning backwards. As you can hear, it's really fast. You can't imagine very many responses coming through. It's if you have it too fast, it can be really hard for spirits to come through, as they don't have enough time to manipulate the audio in order to speak. So you got 150, which is a little bit better. 200, which I think is probably the preferred speed on FM. You can also mess around. You can go down to 250, 300, 350, and then goes back to 100. Now, if we switch over to AM, make sure the volume's up. You can take the sweep rate to 200, that's the minimum, which is a pretty good speed. Then 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, and 500, which is the slowest. Okay, so let's just do a little bit of one with the speaker, show you how this whole thing works properly. Okay, so the speaker's on. I'm going to plug it into the output there. Then this goes into this port, which is up here. You want to plug it into the headphone jack here. Now, when you buy these PSB7s, a lot of them come with like a little, it looks like a little mini microphone, but it's not. It's just a tiny little speaker, but I don't think they're very good. They usually break down quite quickly, so it's always best to just have a portable speaker, just to make it easier for you. Okay, so that's on. I'm going to switch on the PSB7. Okay, so now I find if it's too close to the speaker, you hear that? Creates a bit of interference. So you want to keep it a short distance or longer distance away. So we got it on 200, so let's just start scanning backwards. Now, this is without hush mode, but you can only do hush mode on AM. So hello, is there anybody here with me? So as you can hear, it's quite fast. Now I'm going to show you the preferred setting I like to have it on. I like to have it on 350. I'm just doing a test, guys, if you want to come through. I don't expect many replies to come through because I haven't meditated or not doing a session. This is just a tutorial. Is this working? Now I find when it comes to AM, it has more stations, I'd say, that come through. I think I've just found that on AM. Now this is on FM. And I'm scanning on 250. Hello, is anybody here? Can you let me know if this is working? So you can hear it's a little bit quieter than the AM, but I find that when it comes to spirit replies, FM is probably the best station. I think a lot of people prefer FM. because I don't know if anybody else had this experience, but when it comes to, I find FM's a bit quieter, it's mostly white noise. When Spirit replies come through, they're usually always pretty solid, and they're usually quite accurate. But anyway, that is your standard how to use it. You can scan it backwards, scan it forwards, whatever you want to do, but I find for maximum validity, and to rule out possible radio contamination, I'd always suggest scanning backwards, scanning in reverse. It doesn't reverse the audio, it just scans backwards. So there you go, that is basically it. That's basically how to use a PSB7 Spirit Box. Okay, but now I'm going to move on to hush mode and just show you that very quickly. And also you can hear that has a little bit of Queen coming through. But obviously this works on radio frequencies. It's designed to scan through radio stations without muting, which is why this was obviously developed. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the AM hush mode. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly just unplug the PSB7, take the batteries out, make sure it's going to restart to its default settings, which is usually on FM 100 milliseconds. That's usually your default screen, and then you've got to set the settings that you want, the station that you want, and so on. Okay. Okay. So when you want to enable hush mode, you have to preset. You have to preset on AM. It only works on AM. Doesn't work on FM. The only thing you can alter is your sweep rate. Oh no, sorry. I mean your your sweep rate. So you want to make sure you did what you did before. Turn the volume all the way up first. Do that first, just to make sure you don't forget. Otherwise, it's going to be really quiet if you're using it up on a box or if you're using this. Okay, so I want to do my sweep rate at 350. So I've chosen 350. Then what you're going to want to do is turn this off, and then you're going to turn it on right away afterwards, and then you're going to quickly hit the reverse sweep. Okay, but you have to do this really quick. So when the screen comes up, that's when you hit it. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to turn it off, and then when the screen pops up, I'm going to enable the reverse sweep, and then you'll hear it's drastically quieter. So hit it. Just going to set the sweep rate to 250 so you can hear it. You can already hear how quiet that is. Now, the only drawback to using this method is that you will lose some stations on the hush mode. So I'll plug it back into the speaker. So it's plugged back in. You can hear that's drastically quieter. And that is how you enable hush mode. Now, to use that on a box, it can be really helpful as well, because there's not really much need for a noise killer pedal, but you might need to use it anyway. But maybe on low setting. But that's how you do the AM hush mode. So that is basically all there is to it. Okay, so I'm just going to show you that again. I'm going to turn this off now. Okay. So you see it's still scanning. Switch that off. If you switch back on, don't hit it. You hear that noise coming through. But then once you've done all your preset, you want to turn it off. Then when the screen pops up, you want to hit the button really quickly. Okay? So you switch it on, then reverse. And that's how you enable hush mode. Okay, and that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it helped some of you. But I just want to just really showcase that this is a really amazing tool. I swear by this device. I'm getting a new radio, which I'm going to hack myself. It's a COS PP, and I cannot remember the name, but it will be up here. Because I like to experiment with different kinds of radios. as I do love radio devices. I prefer them a lot more than apps, because I just find they give the most validity, as we know how these things work, and we can, in my opinion, get the best results. Not saying you don't get good results from apps, but I find these have the most concrete evidence of the afterlife. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any other questions or anything, or any comments, then please do leave them down below, as I'll be reading every single one. And I hope you have a good day or night, and I'll see you guys in the very next one.